everyone. Today we're going to talk about the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale. A sale that in the past has lured me in to buy a bunch of things at the whopping discount of 50% off. And for those of you that are new to my channel, I am doing a no buy a year this year, which means I won't be able to shop the sale. So I needed a little pep talk to talk me out of the temptation of the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale. And I figured that you might want to hear my thoughts and you might need some help talking yourselves out of some items as well. So while we're all practicing social distancing and are very tempted by logging onto our computers and buying a whole bunch of stuff to make ourselves feel better, let's instead gather around and chat down in the comments and talk ourselves out of buying a bunch of crap. And even if it's not crap, just a bunch of stuff that we don't need. If you're interested in hearing my thoughts on what are some of the items that I am definitely tempted by, but I will not be purchasing this year in the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale, then just keep on watching. First of all, thank you so much for clicking on this video and taking a few minutes to watch. I know that for a lot of us right now, YouTube has definitely been a bit of a solace. I'm hoping that this will be entertaining if nothing else, but really the primary reason, and I've wanted to do this for a few days, but I've just had a backup of other things that have been on my higher priority list. With everything that's going on, I have had to migrate my entire teaching schedule to a virtual type system. I'm a music school owner and a concert pianist, so while all the concerts have gotten canceled, thankfully some of my teaching is still continuing. I've just had to get a bit creative. And a lot of musicians are doing this. A lot of us, for the time being, are migrating to online programs, as are schools, of course, because all schools pretty much in New York have been closed now for a few days. So I am jumping in on this Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale a little bit late. I have the computer right in front of me. I'm going to be going through all the days and discussing mostly the items that are tempting me. I don't think I'm going to go through every single item or else we'll be here all night. And even though a lot of us have more time on our hands right now, let's face it, there's a ton of other exciting things we could be doing with that time. In fact, I made a video about just a few of those things that I'll link up here, just some things that I am doing to occupy my time. I'm going to be starting with tomorrow's Ulta steals and deals, or whatever they call them, which is Thursday, March 19th. So since I've missed the first few days, I'm not even going to discuss it because let's face it, what's the point? But before I do, the main thing really that I wanted to touch on, and the main reason I will not be buying anything, well, for me, of course, is I'm on a no buy. But in general, I think especially during this time, the main reason I think we all need to, buckle down and ride this sale out without succumbing to any spending is, for me at least personally right now, is like the most awful time to be spending any unnecessary money just with everything that's going on. And I know I'm not the only one. So that's reason one. I'm assuming a lot of retail stores are going to feel the hit right now, because even though people are stuck at home and have time to shop, they might not have the financial capacity. So definitely for me, that is number one reason. And then the second reason, I know I said one, but while we're at it, is as somebody who is a bargain hunter, I can tell you I've fallen prey to this so many times. I really don't recommend that you guys buy things just because it's on a good deal. I've done this so many times and I have spent so much money unnecessarily, where you see something and it's like, oh my gosh, it's $20 instead of $40. Like, how can I pass that up? Well, you're not actually saving $20, you're spending $20. So if it's not an item you were already interested in and you were already thinking about purchasing at the full price, and you just happened to come across a sale, which is great, fantastic, yay, lucky you. But if you're just buying things because they happen to be cheaper and you had no intentions of otherwise buying them, then don't do it. There's absolutely no reason to. You've lived without this item before, you will continue living without this item right after the sale is done. Just ride out the 24 hours and move on. So without further ado, because otherwise I will be blabbering forever, let's go through and see what we've got happening tomorrow, March 19th. I will of course try to post pictures. I don't think I've ever done anything off the internet, so I'm not sure how that works yet. I'll have to see how I do. So we've got tomorrow 50% off the Lily lashes and the velour lashes and more, it says. So I guess a bunch of lashes. For me personally, this is easy. I don't really wear lashes, so I would not have bought this anyways. So this is not something I need to talk myself out of. But if you are a lash wearer, as long as you have enough lashes to last you at least the next 3 to 6 months, there's no reason for why you should be buying more lashes. End of story. 50% off the Shiseido Essential Energy Moisturizing Cream. Again, I'm on a no-buy. I have a ton of creams I need to go through. I did earlier today watch part of Jen Love's reviews video on the first few days of the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale. She does this great series where she actually goes through all the ingredients of all the skincare products that are in the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale. So if me just saying don't buy it just because you shouldn't be spending money right now, or just because you really should not be breaking your low buys and no buys for items you would not have purchased otherwise, then go see that video of hers, because if I remember correctly, this is one of the items she doesn't recommend just because she doesn't feel that the ingredients are worthwhile for you to spend the $24 that you would have on this item even at 50% off. Clinique Acne Solutions Clinical Clearing Gel. This is not something I would be using regardless. The few breakouts that I have, I already have something for. And then they have an online only 50% off Cover FX primers. Originally $38, on sale for $19. I think I might have one mini of a Cover FX primer that I either have used up or I still have to go through. For me, it's a lot easier because I have primers. Unless this is like your holy grail item and you've just run out of it, or you're about to in the next week or maximum month, you have other primers that you could be using right now. So don't spend the $19. I can't tell you whether these primers are good or not. They might be great for all I know, but I don't need any primers. 50% off Saint Tropez Self Tan Classic Bronzing Mousse. I don't self tan, so we're gonna skip right over that. Okay, Friday, March 20th, we've got the Benefit Bad Gal Bang Volumizing Mascara. I've never tried this mascara. Maybe in the future, once I go through all of my mascaras, like in the year 2021, I would try this just because I have heard some good things about it. But at the moment, thankfully, this is not one of those items that would make me break my no-buy. Mascara to me is very important because I don't wear false lashes, but at the same time, I'm lucky enough to have pretty decent eyelashes where I can make most mascaras work. Sometimes I have to layer them, but I'll make them work. This is interesting. 50% off Becca Ultimate Lipstick Love and Ultimate Lip Definers. Regularly $18 to $24, now $9 through $12. I believe sometime last year I've seen a few of these lipsticks at TJ Maxx, so I'm assuming that either these are not doing very well, which, by the way, just for a second, I'm going to digress. If Ulta is putting products on their 50% off sale, it generally means, to me at least, and this is my opinion, but to me it means one of two things. Either the items are not flying off the shelves fast enough, and they know they will still make somewhat of a profit selling them at 50% off, which tells you something about the markup of the beauty industry, or they need a few items, like sprinkle in a few items to really lure us in. So with these Becca lipsticks, for example, I feel like maybe they just never, did as well as everybody wanted them to, and now they're starting to be discounted in multiple retailers, including now here in the Ulta 21 Days sale. And yes, they look pretty. I don't know too much about the formula, but I've heard good things. But if we are on YouTube watching beauty content, most likely we all have lipsticks by now. So go find a similar looking color, put it on, enjoy it, and don't spend the $12 or whatever you would have spent on sale. Okay, let's look at the next thing. 50% off Exuviance Performance Peel. I'm a skincare junkie, so of course anything like this does always lure me in a little bit, but I do have some other peels that I need to go through. This is one of the reasons I am doing a no-buy, is I've just collected so many products through these sales, like the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale or like the TJ Maxx sales. And I've bought so many backups, which is just dumb because these things are gonna start expiring on me like any minute now. I've already had to declutter one item so far without even using it in this no-buy year, and I have a couple of other items. I am worried that my skin's gonna have a reaction because I feel like they're on the older side. So I have a feeling by the time this year is over and I try to go through my products, there's gonna be like dozens of items that I'm never even gonna get a chance to go through because I've bought too much crap, it's sat around, and beauty items go bad. That's just the name of the game, especially skincare. Like, this is stuff that seeks into your pores and goes into your whole system. So while I'm not one of those people that will only put organic products on my face, while I'm kind of middle of the road when it comes to the skincare ingredients and I will try things, I don't recommend buying things that you know you're not going to use up within the next 6 months to a year max. The old me would have said just even a few months ago, like, oh yeah, you have 3 more peel products, but you'll get around to it, and then you won't ever find such a good deal, so why not get it now, and then you'll eventually get around to it. And now I'm like, no, because I'm seeing things are starting to go bad in my own stash. Even if I were to get off my no-buy today, I think just already being on this no-buy for only 2.5 months, it has put some things in perspective for me. Not everything, because just earlier today, for example, I was scrolling through Instagram through the gorgeous feed of Amy Loves Makeup, and I saw for the first time some looks she posted on there with like the Natasha Denona Mini Lila palette, which I've been seeing on Sephora on sale for $12.50 for weeks and weeks and weeks. And I still so want it because it's pretty, but mainly because it's $12.50. And this is how my brain works. Like, if it's on sale and it's already something I'm intrigued by, then I have a really hard time saying no. So we're gonna get to some of those items, and that's where it's going to be a little bit tough for me. I'm still obviously going to talk myself out of it and just basically say, no, you can't get it, like, get over it, woman. But those are the items where it's still really hard for me to say no. But with skincare, I'm starting to get a lot better. I can't keep buying things because I only have one face. Let's keep moving through. Philosophy Renewed Hope in a Jar, 50% off. I've never liked this moisturizer. I have tried samples, but I have friends that swear by it, so go figure. But my skin just doesn't feel like anything beneficial is happening. I think I'm just too dry for it, honestly. I think if you have normal to oily skin, maybe. If you have moisturizers, and I know I have moisturizers, then regardless, let's say together, we don't need it. Okay, here's an interesting one. Saturday, March 21st, 50% off the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. Guys, who saw this coming 2 years ago? When this was like the it concealer of the YouTube land. I bought it. I have it. I don't like it. And it's a giant tube of one of like the 10 concealers that I own. And I have to figure out some way of using that sucker up. I have to use either like a teeny tiny amount, or I'm gonna look like I'm 55. And granted, I'm almost 40, but I ain't 55, and I certainly don't wanna look 40 or especially 55. So yeah, Shape Tape Concealer honestly is not my favorite to begin with. And something tells me that it is no longer a favorite of a lot of people because now it is on sale for $13.50, while before it was a whopping $27. So yeah, thanks but no thanks. 50% off the Tula 24/7 Moisture Hydrating Day and Night Cream. To be honest, I feel like I've heard of this brand. Like, I feel like I'm starting to hear about this brand more, but I know nothing about it. And we of course know that I'm gonna just breeze and skip right on over any sort of moisturizer. It's a new brand to me. Maybe one day in the future, if I keep hearing about it and if it's one of those brands that kind of stands the test of time and continues to reappear in people's recommendations and reviews, then maybe once I run out of all my moisturizers, I would consider it in the future. I've also noticed that once an item goes on sale once, there is a chance it's going to come back. So anything that I'm really a diehard for this year and I can't get it, maybe I can get it in 2021 if I need it by that time, if I'm out of that category. 50% off DermaDoctor Kakadu Sea Brightening Daily Cleanser. I'm not looking for a cleanser, although I do have to say this Kakadu Sea Brightening series by DermaDoctor has definitely been on my radar for the past few years because I do see it on sale at Ulta 21 Days of Beauty quite a lot. And I think the reason I've held off is because it's a pricey brand and I don't hear a lot of people, at least on YouTube, talk about it. And there's always 1 or 2 items from that line that is on sale. So I just don't know what to think about it. 50% off Beauty Bakery Blending Egg Beauty Sponges. I don't need sponges. Upon the recommendation of Amy Loves Beauty and Karen Harris, I bought a whole pack before my no-buy year of the sponges from, oh gosh, what is that website? Is it Shop Missy? Shoot, I'll try to link it down below, guys. They're great. You can buy them, I think, individually for like $1.60 or something. And I bought a whole pack of a bunch of them for like $8 or $9. So I am set with beauty sponges for probably beyond just my no-buy year. All right, let's move on to next week. We're gonna start off with Sunday, March 22nd. This is something maybe one day I will try, although of course that day is not going to be Sunday, March 22nd of 2020. But the Too Faced bronzers, all of their Chocolate Soleil bronzers, they're all on sale for $15 instead of the regular $30 price. I had a 15-year anniversary palette that Sephora did with Too Faced back in like 2014 or 15 or something, I don't even remember. And they had a bronzer in there, but I don't believe it was one of these bronzers that is still in their Chocolate Soleil line. I know there was some bronzer in that palette that I tried, but like from their regular one-toned, more matte type of bronzers, I have never tried any of them, and I would like to one day try probably the Milk Chocolate Soleil, the matte version. But again, right now I have bronzers, I don't need bronzers, and I cannot be buying anything. Clarisonic brush heads, I do have a Clarisonic. I do have at least 1 or 2 spare brush heads for that, so I'm good on that for now. This is a diamond or platinum exclusive, so I don't think this would have applied to me even if I wasn't on a no-buy, because I believe last year I didn't quite make it for the first time in years to the platinum status. I like missed it by a few dollars, and I knew that I was gonna go on my no-buy, so I didn't bother spending those few dollars just to get platinum status for no reason. This is the Clinique ID Dramatically Different base with 4 options only. I don't know what that is. Then they have different cartridges for, I guess, different skin issues. Like there's something for irritation, for pores and uneven texture, for uneven skin, for fatigue, for lines and wrinkles. So yeah, it looks like it's a bunch of skincare plus maybe 1 BB moisturizer with a little tint type of product. Don't need it, not interested, never even heard of any of these products. The last item on here for March 22nd is 50% off Lorac front of the line eyeliners and unzipped palettes. That's interesting. I actually used to own one of the unzipped palettes, like the original one, I think, with those mauve colors. And while I liked it, I hadn't used that palette in quite a bit. and I ended up just decluttering it. I own a bunch of Lorac palettes. I love the Pro palettes, but the unzipped ones I don't really need. Monday, March 23rd. Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potions. I have a mini, I have other eye primers, don't need it. And guys, unless you are like running low on an eyeshadow primer, please don't get another one. These last forever and they always go on sale, so don't buy backups. It's not worth depleting your bank account today for something that's gonna go on sale tomorrow anyways. I've always been curious about these lash enhancing serums, but I'm always like terrified that they have horrible chemicals and that they're, instead of growing my lashes, gonna make them all fall out. I swear, that's like a fear of mine. So that's why I've never yet tried one of those lash enhancing serums. Yeah, I've never tried those. I'm kind of a bit afraid of them. There's a MAC item on Monday, March 23rd. This is their lip pencils and prep and prime. Both things that I've actually always wanted to try and never have. Maybe one day in the future I would try a MAC lip pencil, especially like in some of their cult colors. But right now I don't need another lip pencil, so we can just sail right on through. All right, let's see. Tuesday, March 24th. They have the Lime Crime Venus palettes for 50% off. Yeah, this could have been interesting if I didn't already have a crap ton of eyeshadow palettes. Let's see which ones they have here. They have the original Venus palette, which I definitely remember it coming out and it catching my attention back there. It is a beautiful palette. I mean, by now, of course, there's tons of palettes with similar color stories, but there's definitely something to this palette. It's got the rich brown, tangerine, nectarine kind of shades. It's got that beautiful burgundy in the right hand lower corner. It seems like it has a few really good standard shades. It is pretty, but I have too many shadows and I do like this combination, and I do love the packaging. I do love that whole mashup. They even describe it here themselves. It says mash Botticelli's classic painting with the early 90s, and you get Lime Crime's Venus pressed powder palette, the grunge palette. I'm not sure I see this as the ultimate grunge palette anymore, maybe when it first released. It says, in the sea of nude palettes, Venus emerges with unconventional neutrals. Haha, see what they did there, neutrals. And rusty reds. 8 full-sized, recklessly pigmented eyeshadows can be worn alone or together for a new grunge look. Yeah, I mean, the looks they show here are really beautiful. I do like it, but I can definitely go through my stash and recreate this palette. I would have to say, I think the ones that are catching my attention the most, because there seems to be 6 of them now, the Venus 3, the purple and pinky palette, maybe because it's been so on trend, but this one's really cool because like half of it is purple and pink and the other half is actually quite neutral. So I think that would be actually a nice combination and could give you a lot of different looks. The Immortalis powder palette looks interesting because it's a cool tone palette, and it seems like cool tones are back right now, and this one does look quite pretty. So I thankfully have a few cool tone palettes, and regardless, I mean, I have way too much eyeshadow. I'm going to probably next week finally film some of my makeup collection videos, and you guys are gonna see, like, for just 2 eyeballs, I have way too much eyeshadow. It's ridiculous. Moving on, 50% off Skin Iceland Hydro Cool Firming Eye Gels. I love these. I get these usually in every single Ulta 21 days of beauty sale. I think I only have 2 patches left, but I have a half a jar of the Patchology eye gels. Somebody just did a video that I watched recently where they talked about how they went to use theirs and they had gone bad, like they had mold on them or something, and I had no idea that that even happens with them. So they're on my list to start using again, even though I would have loved to buy some of these Skin Iceland Hydro Cool Firming Eye Gels. According to my no buy rules, I'm not allowed to buy anything unless it's replacements, and I still have some. So, but these do go on the Ulta 21 days of beauty sale at least once a year. I've noticed that for the past 3 years. So I think next year when I'm out of all of my eye gels, I will buy them. I don't know if I would ever buy these full price, so I guess I'm kind of going against my own advice that if you wouldn't buy them at full price, don't buy them at all. I really do like them. I just in general don't think I would ever want to spend $32 on an 8-pack of eye gels, like on 8 uses. That's just too much for me. I'd be okay buying a jar for $25 and it having 50 eye gels, so that's like 25 uses, so $1 per use. That I would be okay with. But spending $4 per use, I'm not sure any eye gel for me would personally be worth it. I would then just like slap extra eye moisturizer under there or something. All right, here's another Dermadoctor Kakadu C 20% vitamin C serum with ferulic acid and vitamin E product. This is the one that goes on sale quite a lot, that has always been kind of in my radar, but it's originally $95, and even on sale it's $47.50 for vitamin C serum. I have splurged once before on the Drunk Elephant vitamin C serum, and I do really enjoy that one. And I have way too much skincare, although right now I don't really have a good vitamin C serum. So I think once I use up some of my other like serums, I will be shopping around for vitamin C serum. But I remember there was a couple that Hannah Louise Poston recommended that are much more reasonably priced than either this or the Drunk Elephant. So I definitely would be tempted to try something a bit more wallet friendly first before I ever shell out this kind of money, especially, you know, the original $95 price. That just seems way up there for a brand I've never used, and I'm not sure how it's going to react with my skin. Here's a Juice Beauty product, the Stem Cellular Anti-Wrinkle Moisturizer. Again, it's a moisturizer, so I'm already not interested. And in that video I talked about earlier, Jen Loves Reviews spoke about how almost none of the Juice Beauty products she's ever looked up ingredients for have impressed her. So I do have one of their products sitting in my backups because I got it as like a subscription box product. I think it's an eye serum of some sort, so I will at some point give Juice Beauty a try just because I do own something by them already, but I don't think I would be buying anything in the future. Lipstick Queen lipsticks are on sale. They tend to go on sale quite a lot. They're good lipsticks, but they're not like out of this world lipstick. A good lipstick is a good lipstick in my book. There are so many of them. Okay, Wednesday, March 25th, the Smashbox Photo Finish Oil and Shine Control Primer is on sale. Originally $39, now $19.50. Primers are just so expensive, I've noticed. And I've tried the original primer from Smashbox. Hated the chemical smell so much. I had to go back to Sephora and return it. I remember I bought it at $39, $37 or whatever it was at that time, and I absolutely could not take it. I went and returned it because it was so hyped up back in the days when there weren't so many primers available on the market, and I just couldn't use it. So since then, honestly, like any of these Smashbox primers in the squeezy tubes, I've just stayed really weary and stayed clear of them. I do love their, is it called the primerizer, like in the jar? I used to have a half size, the mini of that. I used that up. And then last Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale, they had that one at 50% off, and that I did snag. And I do love that primer because it's great for dry skin gals. This is for oil and shine control, which doesn't apply to me anyways. 50% off the Crepe Erase Advanced Body Repair Treatment. Or what is this? Treat dry, crepey skin, most advanced formula yet, featuring a powerhouse of our exclusive True Firm Complex and 9 super hydrators. This lightly whipped, fast-absorbing formula addresses signs of aging on the body, tone, texture, and elasticity as it replenishes, visibly plumps, and forms a protective barrier against environmental aggressors. Sounds interesting, but it's originally $79 for what looks to be like a body lotion. 50% off PMD Personal Microderm Classic. Ooh, wow, these are originally $159. Yikes. Maybe one day I would try one of these microderm zapping machines or whatever they are. I would need to do a lot more research, I think, before I commit to something like that. And then we've got 50% off Clarins One Step Gentle Exfoliating Cleanser with Orange Extract. Not looking for cleanser. It does have a 5-star rating, so that's really cool. However, it says orange extract, and from what I've heard, anything with citrus in it can become irritating on the skin. So regardless, not looking for another cleanser right now, although that one sounds interesting. And then this is one of those items that I am tempted by, and technically I could probably convince myself on how this is not really part of breaking my no-buy rules, but I don't think I'm going to, because I really want to have an Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale in the past few years that I, for the first time ever, don't buy anything from. Like, that would feel really good. But what I'm talking about is the 50% off makeup eraser, original pink makeup eraser. And the reason for why I really want this is because, especially now that I'm doing YouTube videos, I've noticed I am going a little bit more through makeup remover wipes. I don't usually use them on my face, but it is very convenient to use for things like swatches and, you know, just playing with makeup and something to clean up real quick. But it's not environmentally friendly. So I would like to find an alternative, and this would be a good alternative. And it's $10 instead of $20. This is a little tough. Like, this is one of those where I really need to keep talking myself out of it, because there's a part of me that it just feels like it would be a smart item to have. But if I was being real with myself, I can take some washcloth in my house that I never use, and I could just keep using it until I destroy it in the year of 2020 and not break my no-buy. So I'm leaning towards that. I'm leaning towards being good. What do you guys think? Tell me. Okay, Thursday, March 26th. The Stila Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner. I know this is a cult classic. I know this does go on sale sometimes. I don't really use liquid eyeliner. I'm terrible at it. Philosophy Purity Made Simple Moisturizer. We've already talked about Philosophy. This is another one that's like, ugh, why? Why is it on sale now? Sunday Riley, and I know they've been a bit controversial, but I do love a lot of their products. They have this Flash Fix Kit for $12.50 instead of $25, and it includes a mini size of their Good Genes all-in-one lactic acid treatment, which I adore. And then they have the ceramic slip cleanser. Now this is a good reason for me to not get it. This is actually good that I looked in detail at this, because I just convinced myself that I don't need it regardless for $25 or $12.50. The ceramic slip cleanser is one that I've tried before. I remember it being too drying on my skin, and I think I gave this away. So yeah, no, not gonna get that. Regardless, I wouldn't have been able to get that regardless because of my rules, but pretend that I'm talking to like myself that can buy things, even if I could buy things. I just decided that it would not be wise. 50% off Clinique blended face powder and brush, now $14.25, regularly $28.50. Not looking for a powder or a brush. This is painful. This, I do have to say, this is painful. They have the Nabla Skin Glazing Highlighters on sale for $12 instead of $24. And these are so stunning. Everyone's been talking about these. I've been admiring these. I want to try these. This is one of those items that if I was not on a no-buy, I would have jumped on. I would have jumped on these, and I would have jumped on a few of these. So they have Amnesia, which is a golden champagne. They have Privilege, which is a champagne with duochrome peach reflects. That one, Privilege, looks beautiful. They have Ozone, which is a neutral ivory. That also, I think, would be great for light, fair skin tones like myself. They have Lucent Jungle, which is a warm gold with bronze reflects. Not for me, too deep. They have Adults Only, which is a ruby, maybe as a blush. And then they have Truth, which is a peachy rose. That definitely as a blush. So I think if I were not on a no-buy, I would have picked up definitely Privilege and Ozone, and possibly either Truth or Adults Only. Those two lighter colors, and possibly one of the deeper colors as a blush. So this one I'm a bit bitter over. I do have to admit. This is one of those that I did not see coming to the sale because they have been so popular and they were sold out for quite a while initially when they first came out. So I think this is one of those products that Ulta is throwing in to really like tell us, hey guys, it's a good sale. And they always have just a few, because overall, if you really think about it, if you really look at it, the sale is quite blah. Like, it's really not anything that special. All the products are the stuff they just want to get rid of. But they know that if they only put those products on sale, we're all gonna be sitting here and going, really, Ulta? Really? So there's a few products that they threw in that they know people are gonna be like, wow, Ulta really did it, huh? And this is one of those products. And I have to admit, I'm bitter. All right, moving on. Friday, March 27th. IT Cosmetics Superhero Mascara and Liner. Don't need the liner. Have the mascara. It's getting old. I need to use it. But I actually looked over it because I see it. I still have it, so we're good. Foreo Luna Mini. I've never really, for some reason, gotten into the hype of this Foreo thing. I don't know. It's something about the shape and the fact that it's like silicone-y and plasticky. I have my Clarisonic. I'm happy with my Clarisonic. First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Face Moisturizer. I love First Aid Beauty. I love their body moisturizer, like their moisturizers in the tubs. I use that on my legs after I get out of the shower, after I shave, because that does like calm it down. I don't usually use body lotions like all over my body, but I will put body lotions on my legs after I shave because I feel like that really does help soothe them. But yeah, again, face moisturizer. I don't need another face moisturizer. 50% off Murad Select Cleansers. I just used up a Murad cleanser that you guys will see in an empties, which I filmed a couple of weeks back and I still haven't posted, so it's coming and I really did like it. But again, I have a few more cleansers. I don't need another one, but I think I would definitely consider getting that in the future. I found mine at TJ Maxx though, and now it's on sale here in the 21 Days of Beauty. So I don't know what that means. Never know quite what that means, whether that means those products aren't selling or they're being discontinued soon. I'm always a little bit confused by things that pop up in TJ Maxx and happen to be on sale in the retailers that we usually know as full price retailers. Anyway, we gotta chop. This is gonna take forever otherwise. Saturday, March 28th, 50% off Kylie Cosmetics Select Lipsticks and Gloss. Not interested in Kylie Cosmetics. We're gonna leave it there. Not because I have anything against Kylie or the entire family. I just don't want to get sucked into yet another brand. And if there is a family that doesn't need my money, they are definitely one of those families. Mario Badescu Grab and Go Travel Set. You know, I've liked Mario Badescu in the past, but I've been hearing more and more that like they don't have good ingredients. 50% off the Backlight Priming Filter. I used one of these up last year in 2019. I actually like that primer. I know it used to be really huge and then for a while it kind of got overshadowed by the purple one. There's the Backlight Priming Filter and then is it the First Light? I do prefer that purple one, the First Light or whatever it's called, but I still do like the Backlight Priming Filter. I think I might have another sample size of it still left, but the full size I did go through last year. Perricone MD Vitamin C Collection, originally $35 to $99, now $17.50 to $49.50. It's a brand that has been kind of on my radar for a long time, but I've never bit the bullet just because I don't know, they're pricey. They're pricey, and there's something about their packaging that on the one hand lures me in because it does look kind of medicinal, so I'm like, oh, I guess it's from a doctor that knows what he's doing. But then for some reason, for those same reasons of it like just looking a little too medicinal, like I just got a prescription, I've just never bit the bullet. Even when I see their products at TJ Maxx, I'm like, eh. All right, I think we went through that week, so we just have one more week left. Okay, I need a little break. 1 more week left. And this has some good stuff. I must admit, this has some good stuff. We only have 7 days left, and this is where I'm gonna need some help. Okay, let's go. Sunday, March 29th, IT Cosmetics brushes for Ulta, the Power Foundation brushes. I love IT Cosmetics brushes. I say that like I have a bunch. I think I have like 1 or 2. Let's see which ones they have. They have the Airbrush Powder Wand Brush. They have the Airbrush Buffing Foundation Brush. I think maybe that's the one I have. They have the Airbrush Blurring Powder Brush, the Airbrush Mega Powder Brush, the Love Beauty Fully Flawless Powder Brush, the Love Beauty Fully Buffing Mineral Powder Brush, the Love Beauty Fully Essential Kabuki Brush. Oh, that one looks so cute. It's $32, so I guess it'll be $16. Oh, that one I would have actually liked. And the Love Beauty Full All Over Powder Brush. That one looks good too. It's $40, so it would be $20. If I wasn't on a no-buy, I maybe would have gotten one of these. I have to be honest, but I am not going to. I have a lot of brushes. Dermalogica Dynamic Skin Recovery Broad Spectrum SPF 50. I should be a lot better about wearing SPF, but I do still have a few. Hopefully they're not expired. If they are, I will look into a nice cheap SPF to try from the drugstore. SPF breaks me out, which is why I'm very leery of putting it on my face, even though I know it's good for me. It is going to be $37.50, originally a whopping $75. That's the other thing. Why is SPF so expensive? Is it because they know we have to wear it? Is it because of the ingredients? Is it legit that expensive to make? Or is it only that expensive because they know they can? Lancome Advanced Genifique Youth Activating Serum, now $26, regularly $52. I've heard a lot about this over the years. I think I've only tried like little samples in those packets, which of course, good luck figuring anything out from those. So if I had no serums, I maybe would have jumped on this, but I have serums. So all good. Born This Way Undetectable Medium to Full Coverage Powder Foundation from Too Faced. Don't need it. March 30th, Origins Go to Great Day to Night Skincare Essentials, $13, regularly $26. I'll be honest, almost always I will pick up the Origins little sets that Ulta has on their sales. They will always throw in one of these sets. It'll always be a different set, but they will throw something in. And so far, I've had really good luck with Origins skincare. I really like it. I love the texture. I love how it sits on my skin. I love the smells or the lack thereof, depending on the product. It seems like it's gentle and doesn't irritate. Strivectin Advanced Plus Intensive Moisturizing Concentrate for Wrinkles and Stretch Marks. Strivectin is another one of those brands that just looks so medicinal that I always just skip right over it. I have no idea if it's any good. I've seen their products at TJ Maxx. If it is, please let me know just for future reference and what products I should try once I am in the market for something, but for now, I am not interested. Clinique High Impact Mascara. I believe I have a little sample size of this, so I'd be curious to try that this year and find out how it is. The Urban Decay Brow Blade Waterproof Eyebrow Pencil and Ink Stain. I've heard great things about it from people who know how to do brows. I'm not one of those people, so there's that. We're getting into some of the interesting things, at least for me personally. And one of the items that's going to be really tough for me to pass over is the First Aid Beauty Facial Radiance Pads. I love these. I use these. I've run out of these now for quite a while back, and I miss them. But I have just so much other skincare, and I'm really trying to be good. And yes, I could justify saying, oh, well, you don't have anything in the pads, like little pad product type department right now. But I have other things. I have toners that I can put on a cotton pad. I have other, like, you know, as I said, peel products and things and other exfoliators. I really need to try to stay good and not get this. It would have been nice to pick up like at least maybe the 28 count for just $8.50 or the full 60 count jar for 17 bucks. But again, I'm not platinum. I guess I could get the $17 one and not even have to pay for shipping if in fact Ulta is shipping free $15 and up. I guess this is a maybe, but I'm gonna try to stay strong. Help me stay strong, please, down in the comments. Proactive Select Moisturizers. I don't use Proactive. Oh, speaking of those eye gels, the Patchology Rejuvenating Eye Gels are going to be on sale. They're on sale quite a bit. And while I do have the regular ones, the ones that they actually have here on sale, I have heard really great things about the nighttime ones, which were on sale last time Ulta had the 21 Days of Beauty. And I talked myself out of those because I have these. And of course now I'm gonna talk myself out of these because I have these, but in the future I'd like to try the other ones. All right, Dr. Brandt Microdermabrasion Skin Exfoliant. I've tried some of these Dr. Brandt things because they come in subscription boxes. Some of them I really liked. I think I used up maybe even this one. I don't remember now, but the price, regularly $79, yikes. Dr. Brandt's Pores No More Pore Refining Primer. I don't think I have this one, but I have some Dr. Brandt's primer that I know came in a subscription box. I'm always weary of this brand. They are always in subscription boxes. And while I love me a good subscription box, and I only unsubscribed from BoxyCharm because I was going on my no-buy, why are they in subscription boxes so much? Does it mean they're not selling? I don't know. Anyway, Wednesday, April 1st. The Pure 4-in-1 Pressed Mineral Powder Foundation is on sale, and it's on sale pretty much every Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale. I have been so curious about this for so many years, and I've never tried it. And obviously I'm not going to right now. Okay. Vital Dietary Supplement. Regularly $100. Now $49.50. Now, I think I will just continue to take my vitamin C and my vitamin D and my biotin, and I'm good. Peter Thomas Roth Instant Firm X Face and Eye. I don't know what this is, and since I'm not buying skincare right now, I don't think I'm gonna take the time to look up what it is. Oh, this could have been interesting if I was actually buying anything. They're having some K-Beauty on sale on April 1st. They have, let's click on it and see what they have. They have the VDL Perfect Lasting Foundation. Okay, no, I definitely don't need a foundation. Oh, they have the Herborian CC Red Correct and Dull Correct. There's an Herborian, it's not gonna be on sale, figures probably because it's too popular of a product, but there is an Herborian product I keep meaning to try that I know a lot of people have talked about. Is it just their regular CC cream or BB cream? One day I'd like to give that a go. They have the Mamond Rosewater Toner. I feel like this has been on sale before too, and I've heard pretty good things about it, but I do have a couple of toners, so I'm all good there. They also have the Mamond Rosewater Gel Cream. Don't need a cream. They have a Blackhead Power Liquid by Cose RX, and then they have an AHA BHA Clarifying Treatment Toner by the same brand. That could have been interesting. Anything AHA BHA, I'm like, ding, ding, ding. But again, it's a toner. Don't need it right now. Thursday, April 2nd, the Buxom Full-On Plumping Lip Creams. Love them. Have a couple. Paragon MD High Potency Classics Hyaluronic Intensive Moisturizer and High Potency Growth Factor Firming and Lifting Serum. Oh my God, that is a mouthful. And it is a moisturizer and a serum. And I have both. And they are regularly $70 to $130. And this is why I have never tried anything from Paragon MD. Wow. Murad Essential C Day Moisture Broad Spectrum SPF 30. It's their moisturizer. As I said, I've tried the cleanser. I did really like it. Maybe one day I'll try the moisturizer. Lancome UV Expert Mineral CC Cream SPF 50. Could have been interesting, but it only has 3 stars. And it only has 5 shades. Boo. I don't need it. But boo to the 5 shades. Just saying. Okay, this is the day. This is the day I'm gonna need to lock up my computer and my phone. Friday, April 3rd. There are 2 products that if I was not on a no-buy, I know, I would have bought. One of them is the Urban Decay Naked Reloaded Eyeshadow Palette. And I know what you're gonna tell me. So many people don't like it. But some of my favorite people here on YouTube do like it. Oh, and I love the packaging. And that is why I would have loved to try this for $22 instead of $44. The way I am going to talk myself out of it is that I have the Anastasia Sultry palette, which I have barely used. And I hear the color story is quite similar. So on Friday, April 3rd, if I'm tempted to break my no buy and buy the Urban Decay Naked Reloaded eyeshadow palette, what I'm gonna try to do instead is whip out my Sultry palette and do an eye look with it, and maybe get on camera and talk about how miserable I am that I am not buying this Naked Reloaded palette. But even more so, the Cover FX Monochromatic Blush and Bronzer Duos. I've been eyeing these and eyeing these and eyeing these, and now they're on sale. Really? Why are they on sale? I'm specifically more interested in the blush duos. Although I have so much blush, I don't know why I'm interested in it. These look so beautiful. These look so beautiful. And they have such pretty colors. I hear Warm Honey is a little too deep on really fair people, so I guess Warm Honey, even though it looks pretty, would not be the one I would be going for. Soft Peach looks stunning. I love peachy blushes, especially for spring and summer. If you guys want me to do a favorite spring and summer blushes, I know I did a winter one, which I will link up here. Let me know. Pink Dahlia, which is soft pink, is also pretty. The Mojave Mauve looks really beautiful, although I have a couple of blushes that the matte one reminds me of. So again, I could probably talk myself out of that. The next two on here, the Warm Honey and the Spice Cinnamon, would probably be way too deep for my skin tone. And then the Sweet Mulberry, which is the Rich Berry, that one is so stunning. And I know it's meant for deeper skin tones, but if you've watched my winter blushes video, you know that these type of like rich berry mauves, you know what this reminds me of, at least in the picture? The Urban Decay Rapture blush that I love so much. So I guess I could make myself feel better by assuming that it's very, very similar. But yeah, these I'm also a bit bitter about, I have to be honest. I think the Nabla highlighters are like #1 on my list for what I would have jumped on if I wasn't on a no buy. And then definitely this Cover FX blush duos, the Naked Reloaded, those first 8 beauty pads. But that's a skincare product, you know. So yeah, that day, April 3rd, that's gonna be a tough day for me. Oh, I haven't talked about the other products on that day, which I don't have any interest in. The Dermablend setting powders, the Too Faced Lip Injection Extreme Lip Plumper lip glosses things, and the Smith & Colt Backdrop Charcoal Brightening Primer. Okay, and then on the last day, they have the Tarte Manicure Mascara, which I don't have, but it's a mascara. I have mascaras, so all good there. They have the Peach & Lily Glass Skin Refining Serum. I don't know too much about Peach & Lily, and again, serum. This is something I probably should technically get because I know I'm gonna run out of mine soon. It's the Benefit Cosmetics Give Me Brow Volumizing Eyebrow Gel, and this is the only brow product I ever use. So I should buy one for $12 instead of paying $24 when I do finally run out of it. But again, as I said, like if I'm not gonna buy those other things that are really tempting me, then I just think I want to sail through an Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale without buying anything. I think that would make me feel really good. Okay, that is that for the daily deals, the daily steals, the 50% off products. The takeaway for me is that I need to stay away from the computer on the day that the Nabla highlighters are on sale and on the day that the Cover FX blushes and the Urban Decay palette is on sale. I think the rest of it, I can stay strong. With that said, we have been here for what I feel like has been 4 hours. I have no idea how I'm gonna cut this thing down. I hope that you will stay strong and not buy anything that you don't actually need. I hope that especially during this time, you will save up all your money because we all know we need it right now. I'm losing my voice. I feel like I am going to go. I want to thank you all so much for spending way too much time with me while you could be watching other fascinating videos. And thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting me during this no-buy journey. Please comment down below. Please talk me out of those few products that I'm tempted to get. Please give me reasons for why I don't need them. Please stay safe and please subscribe if you haven't already. I would so appreciate that. That helps me so much. Please comment, please like this video. Every interaction that you have with me helps my little baby channel just a little bit more. YouTube tends to recommend videos that do have engagement on them, so that would really mean the world to me. Please tell me what is tempting you in this sale, so maybe I can help talk you out of it down there in the comments. And with that, I'm gonna bid everybody a good day, and I will see you in my next one. Thank you so much. Bye.
Okay. One of those crash. What kind of a word is crash? One of those lash half a jar of the Porcelain. I can't talk, guys. And I've only had like 3 sips of bubbly. Patchology? Why does it sound so weird? Okay, whew, I feel out of breath. It's the Benefit Cosmetics Give Me Brow Volumizing. Dynamic Skin Recovery. What kind of a word is that? Definitely getting loopy and blind.